Friday, January 22nd, 2016. And, as it is totally clouded over, overcast outside. It's after 4:30 in the late afternoon. The sun will be, it'll soon be dark. And we are going to have a major, snowstorm, coming my way from down south. And of course, there's plenty of food in the house. And, today I had one of my Asperger autism friends over, who's also on the board of the executive director of the non-profit organization Asperger Works, which I'm on the board of directors of. And so that we talked, business and other things, as colleagues and as personal friends, and of course people think that people on the autism spectrum Asperger's and other forms of autism are incapable of making friends. Not true. That I have many friends. Most all of them are in the autism and cerebral palsy disability communities. So that's really a non-issue. That we make friendships in our own way, but and of course 2 days ago, on Tuesday, I brought one of my Asperger autism friends who lives in Worcester, Massachusetts, over to the Asperger Autism Network's adult social night, which they hold, once a month at the Worcester State University campus student center. And of course, I've known for years about this group, but I've never gone to it myself, because I go to some of the other Asperger Autism Network's social nights, at other times of the month. So I brought my Asperger autism friend from Worcester over to the because he's never been to except for the Asperger Autism Network adult social night that I brought him to a week ago, 2 Thursdays ago. That he hasn't been connected with other people on the autism spectrum. So yes, we enjoyed ourselves. And another friend of mine that I know who has Asperger's syndrome, who's in his 30s, early 30s that is, who lives in Carlisle, Massachusetts, was at the adult social night on Tuesday. And I've also Wednesday, I took and spent some time at the Derry, New Hampshire's Community Public Access Cable TV channel station in the basement of the Derry Municipal Building. I uploaded another footage of a program that I'm creating about basic electronics that I call Woody's Workbench. So So at least with it, I don't have the program finished yet. Gotta just do some other stuff to it. But then I had to leave. With it at 3:30 on Wednesday. I left. With it, the Derry Community TV studio, and drove all the way from Derry to Hollis, New Hampshire. The sum was at was it function room, was it was a place with it at the corner of Route 111, New Hampshire Route 111 and Route 111A, and I shot video there for Derry Community Television of a campaign appearance by Republican State Senator, was it Ted Cruz, who is no friend of the disabled community, culture, or community anywhere in the United States. That, and of course, this was it. In that venue, there was not one single Jew, not one single Muslim, was in attendance. That it was all white, Protestant, and Catholic, Christian fundamentalists at that meeting. Well, at that campaign appearance, 2 days ago, 2 evenings ago, that is. And of course, I did manage to get a word in edgewise on camera in front of the CNN news cameras, with it, to try to, educate, Senator Ted Cruz about the fact that 90% of us adults with Asperger's syndrome and other higher forms of autism who have the capability to work are unemployed, are permanently unemployed, and when we try to get employment, we are categorically refused employment. And that I am on the board, and I introduced myself as a member of the board of directors of Asperger Works, the new non-profit organization that I'm on the board of directors of, and that that we are a non-profit when we receive no government funding whatsoever, and we're still in startup mode because we still have to do a lot of things before we can start helping people on the autism spectrum. And I told them that the government-funded vocational rehabilitation, so far, they do not help everybody who has disabilities. And when they do help people, I told them that what they do is just the minimum amount necessary just to get them through the system and just hide them away in some dead-end job where they could be totally forgotten about, and the job pays so little that they can never lift themselves out of poverty. So you see with it that I, essentially, I literally 2 days ago, I stuck my neck out to speak truth to power. And with it, this is what we people with disabilities have to do. Because if we don't speak out, if we don't agitate, people like Ted Cruz and all the other 1%er people who are buddies with the 1%ers and doing what they want and not what we want, we're just going to get walked on. We're just going to get stomped on. and was it, and that's not right, because that's not the American way. Was it, was it, as I said, was it, the way it is, disability rights activism starts with you, all of you out there who have disabilities. Not fake disabilities, but real disabilities like cerebral palsy, mental illness, spina bifida, osteogenesis, intellectual disabilities, multiple sclerosis, with it, and so forth, with it, not made up disabilities, with it, which there are some fraudulent privatized social service providers who just simply make things up just to get themselves money, to flim-flam the system, while people who, like me, who are legitimately disabled, are not given the support and the help we require to live in the community, as is our right as American citizens. And with it, you gotta, with it, another two, you cannot, sit back and let somebody else do it. You've got to do it for yourself. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. So everybody out there who has autism and cerebral palsy, get out there, agitate, and tell those goddamn, holier than thou Christian politician motherfuckers that you're not going to take it anymore, not from them, and their social Darwinist bullshit, who want to take it, keep us down, and make us suffer. And I said, use your power, use your voice, stand up.